Did you know that I'm from America? 'Cause I didn't. It is currently 10 to 6 in the morning in the UK on a Tuesday, the 23rd of April, and we're about to go and see somebody very special. We're gonna see my son. Amy, where are we going today?
London.
To see who?
Sonic.
Phoebe, where are we going today? Check it out, we're in Paddington. Sonic racing games have been a little bit... I mean, you have masterpieces of kart races like All-Stars Racing Transformed, but then have the video game equivalent of repairing dishwashers with Sonic Freeriders. But I think we can all agree that the All-Star Sonic kart races have been pretty great. And all of a sudden, before you can question why Sonic doesn't ever run in his own racing games and then get reminded why, here we are with Team Sonic Racing, which will see a release in late May 2019 and is a pseudo-sequel to All-Stars Racing Transformed. I say pseudo-sequel though because, to be honest, to me it didn't feel like a huge leap of a sequel from what Transformed felt like to the original All-Stars, and feels more to me like a fresh gameplay take on the All-Stars Racing formula. This feels more of an extension to me, and that is not a complaint whatsoever because of what I played. I bloody loved this game. More than my dog loves Sonic's silky rings. And yes, I did actually get to play it because SEGA themselves were extremely kind to me and my family and got us hooked up with invitations to the official gameplay reveal in London. Oh god, well, this is ominous. I feel like we're walking into Sonic's torture dungeon. We could spend all day with the game, check out most of the 21 racing tracks, including 12 brand new tracks exclusive to the game, take part in contests and capture our own footage to make videos about. And then when I got home, isn't this typical? My footage got corrupted and became unusable, so screw computers, screw capture cards, and screw Big the Cat! Which means that I'll be stuck with using the only B-roll footage available from the event captured by the devs themselves, but trust me when I say I did play the game a lot, and my notes following what I thought about the gameplay are accurate to what I played, even if you don't see what I'm talking about in this footage. And if that wasn't enough, AntDude was also at the event, and I hate him because he beat my best record in the time trial competition and got a sick trophy. Look, when he was playing the main story mode of the game, he got really lucky with car upgrade loot and managed to upgrade his boost power, meaning that he was impossible to beat. So as far as I'm concerned, I take the theoretical trophy home for having the best time with no car upgrades at all. Don't look at me like that, you prick! Good evening! So as the name of the game suggests, this is indeed a kart racer based more or less entirely on team play. When you pick a character going into a match with either single player, online play or 4-way split screen co-op, you end up together with any other 2 players or CPU characters that can be luckily in the same class or different themed teams from the Sonic universe. And there's quite a cast to pick from here, like Sonic, Eggman, Vector, Shadow, and... Now don't worry, this doesn't mean the game is unplayable on your own, and also doesn't mean the game isn't as good or feels that different to All-Stars Racing Transformed, because a lot actually carries over from that game. The controls and physics feel smooth as butter with easily activated drifting. You can keep drifts going seamlessly for what feels like forever by letting go and re-holding the drift trigger to build up your boost meter to max while you're turning left and right. The visuals are gorgeous and run at a consistent 60 FPS. The music is to die for brilliant. My god, the music is great. All the carts you can pick from and the characters within all feel really different to drive, with top speed, acceleration and handling. You can use loads of different power-ups and items to turn the tables in your favour in the form of wisps. You can flick the right analog stick to flip around, up to 3 times in the air to get 3 different levels of boost, and left and right to adjust yourself mid-air. It's all the same great little mechanics present from the last All-Stars game, but with one key difference, that being the teams. Team. The jewelry man. There aren't any transformations to your car, sadly, making the stages not as insane or surprising as before, but in my opinion, this is made up for tenfold by the team-based mechanics in the game. This is what I was trying to say when I mentioned earlier that the game feels like an alternate gameplay pseudo-sequel instead of a full-on massive sequel with everything before and more. Now, you can commend yourself for a job well done in a race, but if you aren't a team player or don't help out the ones being abused a fair bit by the other opponents and are stuck in lower positions, you are actually going to drag the rest of your team down in multiple ways to lower your team score, and that's what determines how ahead you come in the races. So in that sense, even if you come first, another member of your team team comes 3rd and then the last member of your team comes 6th or something, you can still beat all the other teams in the race depending on how well you perform these actions, when you time them, how you communicate with your team about them, and how often you do the team actions. Your singular race position isn't the end game here, and that brings a brilliant element of micromanaging strategy that in other kart races you simply wouldn't have, especially if you're just in first place, not even thinking about how well you're doing and getting bored. In this game, there's always something that you can do and something to plan. The team actions you can perform are as follows to increase your team score. Slingshot, which makes you leave a trail of boost fodder behind you and allows other members of your team to drive through it to grab a quick boost. Skim boost, that allows you to drive right into a member of your team that just got knocked out by an enemy and give them a huge boost back to their original speed, almost like it never happened. Giving items back and forth by offering them with a separate button so that another member of your team can grab the item and use it, which can be done at any point of the race, no matter where you are on the track. Team Rescue, allowing you to save teammates by knocking out other opponents, giving them trouble. And my favourite by far, the Ultimate Boost, which is filled up by performing multiple team actions one after the other, and when that meter is filled to max, this not only gives you ultra speed, the tightest handling, invincibility, and the chance to knock out other racers by driving into them, but the effect of it can be more potent and last even longer if you're smart enough to get all of your teammates to hit the team boost button at exactly the same time as a team. So when playing locally or online, communication for the best move in the game is an absolute must to get it working to the best that it can. And it's just so satisfying to do. I mean, the first time we managed to do it and pull it off successfully, my face looked like this by the end of it. These actions are all helpful, and when they happen, feel really good to do, contribute to your points, and can all be performed during the race using all the mechanics present and no external gimmicks. We now live in a world where Tails' legs are smoother than his gloves, and he's loving it. And of course there's the single player or multiplayer adventure mode, but by playing this mode, you get rewards based on your performance that allow you to unlock additional content everywhere else in the game, like skins, and more importantly, new car parts and upgrades that give you more customization than ever before to increase and decrease stats of your karts for your favourite races, and lets you fiddle around with more here for each racer on their own than Transform did even with the transforming cars. This custom part garage system makes up for that in my eyes.
The Jewelry Man!
And in case you were wondering, yes, there was a grand tournament, yes, Ant and I were on the same team, and yes, we did a pretty good job together with our other team member. We came 2nd overall, and that in itself felt great, but then you end up getting drop-off bonus good vibes from your own individual performance, from driving skills to power-up usage and sharing. There's a dual layer to the satisfaction with Team Sonic Racing you won't get from other kart racers, based purely on the fact that you can be doing really well, and then on top of that, make your team do better as well. Overall, I can't wait for the final game to come out, and consider me sold, SEGA. But after all of this excitement, it was indeed time to go home, and after an exhausting day of waking up at 5 AM in order to do 5 hours of travelling to reach the event, and a following 5 hours back after the event, meaning that we didn't get home until at least 11:30 PM, we all fell asleep and then died. The end. Hello there everybody, and thank you so much for watching this very special, very different kind of Caddicarus video, much like when I did the magazine's review. Yeah, gonna be doing some different stuff like that. There are gonna be some outtakes today as well. They're gonna be just scenes and random jokes and stuff that I didn't manage to use or I didn't feel fitted in anywhere. Basically, they're gonna be stuck on the end, so yeah, enjoy them when they come up. But first of all, I would love to thank SEGA for getting us out, me and my family, to the event. I was going to say flying us out. We didn't fly. We live in the same country that the event was taken part in. But sorry. Yeah, so thank you so much, SEGA. Thank you so much, Aaron and Katie, for sorting all of that out for us. That is so kind of you. The game was great. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the day. Nice to see Ant as well. Hey, man. How you doing? You might not be watching this, but if you are, hello. And just before we go on, I have to give a special thanks to the top tier Patreon supporters from my description below for this month. Basil, Exopaz, Matthew Hubble, The Mirthful Misanthrope, Brandon, Cyberpunk Symphony, Nicole Ganara, Dave Marshall, Fart Rules, Crotchety Old Emu, still my 2 favourite names on this entire page, Jurgen Peikoff, I'm really sorry if I pronounced that completely wrong, Raven Kujikawa, The Game Shed, Daniel Leon, Mitchell Reed, and A.D. Thornton Smith. Thank you so much, every single one of you amazing people. It's Team Sonic Racing and Knuckles. Claire, where are we going today?
London. Why?
It appears as though Stan has stolen one of Sonic's rings. Can I have it back? Can I have it? Can I have Sonic's? You're the worst guard in the world. I can just grab it because you're being so nice. Fantastic removals of your teeth. Hello, my name's Jim Caddick, and let me introduce you to my family. This is Fam 1, this is Fam 2, this is Fam 3, and that's Fam 4. Guys, you know we saw Sonic earlier.
Yeah.
He's back.
Oh god.
With Eggman.
Eggman?
Eggman.
Eggman.
Make them do a thing. Make them do a thing. Go.
Alright, mate. Bye-bye.
How does Eggman sound, Amy?
Alright, mate.
Oh my god, are you Caddicarus' sister?
Oh my god, it's Caddicarus!